Coming this week on Countdown, before Derrick Henry tries to run through an undefeated steel curtain defense, inside the art of the stiff arm.
I think I was Pop Warner. That's when I first did it. That's just been my favorite thing to do as far as like getting the defender off me.
You have to be very quick with the stiff arm and the timing of it.
Plus, we're celebrating National Tight Ends Day with George Kittle.
It's a National Tight End Day. Oh, I love football.
Start your Sunday with us, live from New York at 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN.
NFC West showdown between the Seahawks and the Cardinals. News coming down from the Seahawks that Jamal Adams will be out of this game, so certainly something to watch either way. But these Seahawks 5-0, and Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson have some comparisons. Russ, talking about Kyler and this matchup. Take a listen.
Well, I think Kyler's been special since he came in the league. He's made so many plays, but I think he has so much command. He's a phenomenal football player. He can really throw it. He can spin it. He can run around. I mean, he's quick as a cat. He's just moving around like crazy. I got to know him a little bit through the draft process and got a lot of respect for him and his competitiveness. And we're going to get to play against each other for many years, and it's going to always be a lot of battles. So, you know, I'm proud to see just his work ethic and success and doing it for the shorter guys. But he's been special for sure.
I love it. Doing it for the shorter guys. And by the way, all three of you picking the Seahawks. But, Key, I want to talk about Kyler Murray. We saw him winning in Monday Night Football against the Cowboys. But what's your level of confidence in Kyler against the Seahawks?
I don't have a strong one at all. I think Seattle's a better football team. I know Seattle's defense is not as strong as they used to be in the past. But when you look at Kyler Murray and you look at what he did against the Dallas Cowboys, he hit the big long one to Christian Kirk. There's no question about that. But if he doesn't connect on that in the air, he's probably sitting at around 8 for 25 for barely 100 yards. And quarterback's supposed to be a quarterback. Yes, he did some phenomenal things in terms of running the ball, but do you really want Kyler Murray running the ball as much as he has been? Because we complain about Cam Newton. We complain about what Robert Griffin III did. We complain about Lamar Jackson. Can you sustain and win this way, this style in the National Football League? Because at some point, somebody's going to get a hold of him.
He's real fast, but you're right. All right, go ahead, Mina.
I mean, I'm not complaining about him running if he's peeling off 8+ yards a carry and it's working. I have to think for Russell Wilson in that Seahawks defense, Kyler Murray coming to town feels a little bit like Terminator facing T-1000. He's like the younger, faster model. Can't throw it like Russell. We all agree with that, but he is terrifying on his feet. And Key, this is not a very good Seahawks defense. I will say this. They've been a little bit better in recent weeks, which is weird because it seems counterintuitive, right? They haven't had Jamal Adams. They're probably not going to have him. They're actually definitely not going to have him in this game, but they've gone back to playing a little bit more the way they have in the past. Less blitzing, more too high, keep everything in front of them. And I actually think that's a pretty effective strategy against Murray. Key in this game, contain on the outsides, get pressure up the middle. Jarran Reed's been very good. That's where you want to get to Kyler, on the interior. Don't try chasing around. You're not going to catch him. There is not a single player on that Seahawks defense that's as fast as Kyler Murray. Don't let him outrun you. Just keep him in front of you.
Mina, to that point, early in this game, who's going to steal a possession, to me, is key. Because if you let Kyler get going, then it can be a downhill, it could be an uphill climb for you defensively. But if you give yourself a little leeway, what do we talk about with the guys that Key mentioned? You get a lead on Lamar Jackson. The question has always been, can they come back from a lead? Are they built to do that? You would say AZ could because they have D-Hop and Fitzgerald and Christian Kirk. But I'm sure Russ and Pete Carroll wants to get out to an early lead to make Kyler Murray have to push the ball down the field, because as you're running, that clock is running as well.
Yeah, guys, quick reminder. Pete Carroll was serving as the Patriots head coach when Cliff Kingsbury first stepped on the Texas Tech campus. I can't talk. I'm so excited about this. Back in 1999. Anyway, let's get to one more thing before we go. Mina, you go first.
All right, so one matchup that I'm especially excited. Well, I feel bad saying this, but the Cowboys' offensive line is decimated, and Chase Young is healthy again. Zach Mart's not playing. I mean, kid's gonna eat, right? The whole defensive line is gonna eat in this game. Pray for Andy Dalton, everyone.
Yo, I know everybody is talking to the Packers and this being a bounce-back game because of the success they had offensively. Green Bay, be careful. Deshaun Watson is balling, and he's putting up crazy numbers, and they actually had an opportunity and probably should have won the game against the Tennessee Titans. Don't think this is a bounce-back game. Deshaun balling for Houston now.
Yeah, Marcus, I'm rooting for this young man, Sam Darnold, to get back on the field and try to get something going. I know last year he was seeing ghosts. This year he's hearing Trevor Lawrence. If he goes out there and he just plays enough to calm the noise, then he'll be okay. I know Adam Gase has slowed him down a little bit, but just get out there, take care of business, and don't pay attention to the noise.
You know, the funny thing is, one of our camera guys in here is a Jets fan, and he asked me if we were talking about the Jets today, and I said, no, don't worry, we're not going to do that to you. And then, Key, you talked about the Jets, and you talked about Sam Darnold.
You didn't tell me not to do that.
I'm just apologizing.
You didn't say don't do it.
I didn't mean to lie about that. We talked about the Jets. I'm sorry. We'll see you next week on NFL Live. Enjoy Week 7 action. We'll see you later.